Hi guys, this is McRae, and today I want to talk to you about sleep and why I think it's the new superpower. Years ago, it used to be a kind of mark of pride when businessmen said, well, I only slept 2 hours last night, or I only slept 3 hours. How little you slept was almost a badge of honor. And now when I hear people talk to me and they say, well, yeah, I only sleep a few hours a night, I know without question that they are not operating at their best. They can't possibly be. The science just isn't there anymore. And that's what I wanted to talk about and just show you some of the early results I've been finding. Now I'm tracking my sleep and some of the research that I've done. So there are essentially four stages of sleep. So you've got awake, REM, which is rapid eye movement, core sleep, and deep sleep. And deep sleep's the one that I'm particularly interested in right now, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So you can be asleep and then wake up during that sleep and not even remember that you woke up. That's very common, and the tracking that I'm seeing on my iWatch, and you can use anything. And there's so many things now that track sleep. But at the moment, I'm using an iWatch, and I've ordered a Whoop. So that's supposed to be even better at tracking sleep. So anyway, REM, rapid eye movement sleep, is the stage of sleep where most of our dreams occur. During this stage, our eyes move rapidly and our brain activity increases. REM sleep is essential for our mental and emotional health, as it helps us process and integrate our experiences and emotions from the day. If we don't get enough REM sleep, we may have difficulty with memory consolidation, mood regulation, and creativity. Core sleep. Core sleep, this is the stage of sleep when our body repairs and restores itself. During this stage, our body temperature drops, our breathing and heart rate slows down, and our muscles relax. Core sleep is important for our physical health, as it helps us recover from the wear and tear of the day and prepares us for the next day. If we don't get enough core sleep, we may experience physical fatigue, a weak immune system, and impaired cognitive function. Deep sleep, this is the stage of sleep when our brain waves slow down and we enter into a state of deep relaxation. During this stage, our body releases growth hormones, which are essential for our physical development, such as building and repairing tissues and bones. If we don't get enough deep sleep, we may have a weakened immune system, slower physical and mental reaction times, and increased risk of chronic health conditions. Now, some of the things I've been reading tell me that there is a direct link between deep sleep and your willpower the next day. And I think that's common sense for a lot of people, but if ever you've woken up and you don't have enough willpower to stick to your diet, you don't have enough willpower to get things done in your business, you just generally want to get through the day, that's often because you never had enough deep sleep. Science tells us if you don't get enough deep sleep, then you just don't have as much willpower as you would normally have the next day. Now, this is yesterday. So I was in bed, you can see up here, I was in bed for 8 hours and 10 minutes and actually asleep for 7 hours, 48 minutes. During that time, I was awake for 9 minutes and I had REM sleep of 1 hour, 35 minutes, core sleep 5 hours, 49, and deep sleep 24 minutes. And one of the reasons I'm researching sleep is because I want to get more deep sleep. So isn't this interesting? Look at this one. This is a previous day. So you can see here my deep sleep was 9 minutes. Now, what was the difference? I had a couple of beers. Alcohol affects your deep sleep incredibly. Not so much what I'm noticing anyway, not so much the REM and the core, but the actual deep sleep. If you have alcohol, it really does affect it. Now, which way should it go? And here's a kind of average over that period of time. I'm normally awake at some point during the night for 21 minutes. My average REM is 1 hour 15. My average core sleep is 5 hour 37, and average deep sleep is 28 minutes. So that's, I'm trying to improve on that. That's the starting point for me, is that information. Some of the things that I've found that help me have a good night's sleep is to make sure that the room is as dark as possible. So blacked out, if you can, blacked out windows. And the room temperature should be pretty low. I like to try and sleep in 19 degrees centigrade or lower. And, if you can't make a room dark, get an eye mask, earbuds, anything that can, make that room quiet, dark, and cold. A cave, in other words. And what I'm also finding is that, some of the research that I'm seeing, why blue light can be not good for you as time goes, as you're trying to wind down. If you're in front of your iPhone or your laptop or your computer and you've got that kind of blue light coming through, that tells the brain that it's daylight and you shouldn't go to sleep. So it's not, your brain isn't being told it's getting time to go to sleep now. So, eliminating as much blue light before you go to bed can help. Meditating before you go to bed, just for 5 or 10 minutes, and try and forget about the problems of the day. So if you're like me, when you go to bed, my mind is racing. I'm juggling 10, 15 different balls. I'm trying to analyze things. But I'm getting into the habit now of trying to just relax before I go to sleep. And whatever problems are there are going to be there in the morning. So those are some of the findings I found about sleep. If you find them interesting, leave me a comment. Maybe you've got an opinion. Maybe you know something that you can share. And if you do, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks for listening.